All right, good morning. Happy Election Day. We are super excited. We were excited to get the endorsement of the Conservative Union leader. It's amazing to get the first 6 votes in the country in Dixville Notch. We're very grateful for that. It's a good start to the day. I am blessed to have had 2 amazing friends with me along this ride. General Don Bolduc, who was with me literally from day one, and Governor Chris Sununu, who has worked tirelessly alongside of me. They're 2 great friends, and we've worked New Hampshire hard, and we're excited to see what the day brings.
Ambassador, do you think the Dixville Notch votes are those a good bellwether for what you can expect tonight?
You know, right now we'll take whatever we can take. It was certainly a good start. Gave us some good energy and momentum, and I'm grateful to those 6 people.
We're not promising that it's going to be 350,000 to 0, but we're definitely on track for that.
Governor Haley.
Nikki, thank you very much. If you talk about needing to have a strong push in New Hampshire, if you don't, will you still move on to South Carolina?
We're going to South Carolina. We have put in the ad buy. We're there. This has always been a marathon. It's never been a sprint. We wanted to be strong in Iowa. We want to be stronger than that in New Hampshire. We're going to be even stronger than that in South Carolina. We're running the tape.
Governor, turnout do you need here today? You saw the Secretary of State's projections. Do you need more than that?
No, look, the Secretary of State has predicted a record turnout, so I think it would be hard to ask for more than that. But I mean, the number of folks that are saying, "Hey, I've never voted in a primary before, but I'm coming out," that's a great sign. And that's not just a great sign in terms of what Nikki can do. It's a great sign for New Hampshire. It's a great sign of voter involvement. Everyone wants to get engaged. That this isn't the 56,000 vote coronation out in Iowa. That's not how America plays.
Governor, how is campaigning in New Hampshire different from South Carolina, other than the coats?
You know, it's interesting because. Yes, it's colder in New Hampshire, but I love the fact that Granite Staters wear their feelings on their sleeves. You know exactly what they expect. You know exactly where they stand, and I love that. I mean, I like the blunt approach of that. New Hampshire and South Carolina, very similar. You have to work it. You have to fight for it. You have to earn every single vote. They want to see you work. And so South Carolina's like that. And so I think that's why this was a natural state for me to campaign in, because I've done it multiple times in South Carolina. I know what it takes, but I'm grateful. They all showed up to town halls and to different areas. They asked their questions. They were very kind to me and my team, and, you know, good people here in New Hampshire.
You resisted defining what a strong showing here in New Hampshire looks like. Why won't you define what it looks like? And also, former President Trump last night said you'll probably drop out today. What's your response to that?
I don't do what he tells me to do. I've never done what he tells me to do. Look, I mean, I've always said we'll know strong when the numbers come in. It's not like a certain number. I don't go there and say, oh, I have to have this number, I have to have that number. What I've always had in my mind is I want to be stronger than Iowa. And then South Carolina, I want to be stronger. Let's see what that looks like. Y'all will all be talking about it, so you can decide later whether that's strong or not, but that's what we're going to be watching for.
If Trump beats you by double digits here in New Hampshire, do you think that your campaign has a future?
You know, when we come in and we start the day, and there were 14 candidates in this race, I didn't get here because of luck. I got here because I outworked and outsmarted all the rest of those fellas. So I'm running against Donald Trump, and I'm not going to talk about an obituary just because y'all think we have to talk about it. I'm going to talk about running the tape and saving this country. I think we have to do it. I'm a fighter. I work hard, and I do it because I love this country. And we're going to go and fight until the very last poll closes, and then we're headed to my sweet state of South Carolina, and we're going to make the case there as well.
And if I may, 6 weeks ago, none of you predicted Nikki Haley was going to be the only candidate standing. She's already exceeded expectations, already had a strong showing here. The sky's the limit. And to go into her home state with all that momentum, that's just an amazing opportunity.
Governor, you've been ramping up your attacks on Donald Trump. Do you think he is mentally fit to hold the presidency again?
I think he's mentally fit. The problem is, do you want 2 80-year-olds running for president? I mean, seriously, in the military, you have to retire at 65. You know, you don't have surgeons doing surgery at 80. There's multiple things. It's just a fact that people start to decline. And when you've got a country in disarray and a world on fire the way we do, you need someone at the top of their game that can put in 8 years, that can go and get things back on track. That's what this is about, is making sure that we have not settling for the fact that, two 80-year-olds running for president, but more than that, 70% of Americans have said they don't want a Trump-Biden rematch. So let's give them a choice. Let's give them some options. This is about giving them a new generation to secure our border, that's going to get our economy back on track, that's going to get back to the basics in education, it's going to bring law and order back to our country, but it's also going to deal with these wars around the world so that America is safe and we're preventing war from going further.
Governor, do you feel like you've had to play on the defense here in New Hampshire because of Trump's attacks?
I haven't had to play on the defense. No, to me it's all been about making my case to voters on the fact that, can you see it? Can you picture what this could be like? Can you imagine a country where we don't have the chaos, where we don't have the vengeance, where we don't have the negativity? Can you feel it? Can you see it? Do you want it? That's what this has always been the case, is that we want Americans to know they deserve better. And so, whether we've been talking with the general about what it takes to get the conservative voters to realize, look, we can fight just as tough and get it done without the negativity, or whether it's with the governor who knows this state and has a relationship with every voter and say, look, we know what you're feeling and we know what it takes to relate to you. That's why we've been in every diner and every brewery and every place else, is to make them know that, look, we feel you, but we're going to make your life better.
Nikki's going to unify us. Nikki is going to unify us. Donald Trump is a bridge burner. She's a bridge builder. That's a big thing, and that's what you need to focus on. This is about unifying America. And that's the big point, and that's the big difference. Biden and Trump are two sides of the same coin. Divisive, grievances, investigations. This is not good for America, period.
And what Donald Trump has shown is he's good at breaking things. But you got to have somebody that can fix things too.
That's right.
And that's the situation we're in. We got a lot to fix.
Governor, you're wearing a homemade uniting behind former President Trump. You say you're showing a message of unity. How do you?
They haven't even voted here yet. They haven't even voted here.
No, but I think it's not the party uniting around President Trump. It's the political elite that are uniting around President Trump. And the political elite have never been with me my entire career, because I've always fought the political elite. It's why I want them to have term limits. It's why I want them to have mental competency tests. It's why I think that I call them out on wasteful spending, whether they're a Republican or Democrat. It's why I've said if you can't give Americans a budget on time, you shouldn't get paid. I fight the political class. Donald Trump has the political class surrounding him. That's not what Americans want. The political class has gotten us into this mess. We need a normal, real person to get us out of this mess.
Governor, you're wearing a homemade bracelet. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
This is I have had so many little girls give me friendship bracelets. This one says President Nikki, and a little girl gave it to me, and I've got, I wish you could see in my hotel room the stacks of these little bracelets that I've gotten. And look, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about, right? I've always said strong girls become strong women become strong leaders. But to see the girls that came to town halls and their dads brought them because they wanted to see me, and then because of them, we earned their dad's support. It's something special. I want girls to know that, look, how blessed are we to live in a country that you can grow up and be anything you want to be, and government not get in the way. That's what I hope I take from it. This is such a reminder of why I'm doing this. So it matters. I don't want my kids to live like this, and I don't want anybody else's kids to live like this. Our country is better than what we're dealing with right now. Let's stop the chaos and let's go forward.
Does it feel full circle for you?
I'm sorry?
Does it feel like a full circle moment for you? Having run in South Carolina, being behind in the polls, flagging, fundraising.
I've never known what it's like to not be the underdog. I think that, when I ran against the longest serving legislator in a primary in South Carolina, no one was with me, and we won. And when I ran against an attorney general, lieutenant governor, and a congressman, no one was with me, but we had the people with us and we won. Now we're doing this again. I don't expect the political elitists in the media necessary to be with me. At the end of the day, I want the people of New Hampshire. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we want. It's the normal people I want. That's always been what I want to fight for.
Governor, what's your closing message to the DeSantis voters who dropped out this weekend as they go to the polls today?
I know you love America too, and I know you want a new generational leader. And I know you want someone that is going to deliver results for you and get all of the woke stuff out and get all the noise out and get back to the basics of what government was supposed to be. Government's intended to secure the rights and freedoms of the people. It's never meant to be all things to all people. This is a live free or die state. Let's make it a live free or die country. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.